maintaining this guard and finding ourselves wondering what do we want to accomplish from here. We looked at a couple of straight arm locks. I'm going to show you a traditional arm bar that isn't real traditional, but as you guys have heard me say, to me, the most important thing in jiu-jitsu is strength. I know that's not popular, everybody. Technique? Yes. You can have all the technique in the world. You can have all the heart in the world. If you ain't strong, you're not going to put nothing over. This is a muscle move. This is an old school Carlson Gracie arm bar. The first thing he would do is grab guys here and here. Now, if you're so inclined and you want to grab here, I don't mind. My wrists don't work in that direction anymore, guys. So I'm here. I grab the guy's arm. He tries to pull it back with everything he has. I keep breaking him down till it's here. I turn on this and I get this arm bar. It's a muscle arm bar. It's how you finish an arm bar when a guy thinks, oh, it's easy to, everybody knows how to defend an arm bar, right? Yeah, of course. Except what happens when you got this thing like this, you put this here and you hold this thing, it's over. You guys see that? And guys don't expect that. They think they're gonna have to do, well, if I put the rear naked choke in, and if I want you to muscle this typical arm bar. Now some of you newer guys don't know the technique of an arm bar. I understand, I'll walk around and help you. But here's what we're doing. Grabbing like a man, pulling this thing. He's gonna be pulling it back. You put your leg up, you kick him in the back of the head, you throw the leg over. Notice my feet, they're not crossed, they're not ballerinaed, they're jiu-jitsu cocked. And then I just lift my hip up, all right? Muscle arm bar, old school Carlson Gracie. Let's try it and come back and refine it. 1, 2, 3. What?
Tell them your knee tension too, because that's what you're doing real good too.
We're gonna do that on the telling these guys. Roger Gracie, greatest the competitor of all time. Twice as many submissions than his next closest competitor. He did something so crazy. He took day one white belt jiu-jitsu and added to it a dynamic that confused every black belt in the world. He mount, cross collar choke, arm bar from guard. All these things that I'm showing you now, I watched Roger Gracie, and one guy that one guy says to Roger, he says, it's so interesting that you do day one jiu-jitsu on everybody. And he says, what I do is simple, but it's not easy. I'm taking what is day one and I'm making it dynamic. And this is our Roger Gracie black belt submission. Because guys think as soon as they grab this wrist, all he's got to do is lift his body up, right? He's out, right? Guys think all he's got to do is when he starts to turn, he gets his arm in a rear naked, like this, right? Remember? Yeah. Right? That's what they think. So he took all of the defense that he knew they were going to do, and he said, how can I beat them at that? So he grabs this and he starts to pull it. Now you want to look for the elbow and don't shoot anything until you cross your belly button.
His elbow over your belly.
His elbow has got to be crossed over the top of or past your belly button. So if I'm here and he's got his arm there, he's pulling it there, I don't have this thing yet. I got to get this, pull it here, and he's going to fight me back. And now all this while, he's getting tired. And if I've drilled this thing 150 times, I'm not tired. Because this is what I do. So I see you guys doing this regular arm bar, and I love it, but that's not what this is. This is an active, attacking, non-stop grinding arm bar. I got him like this, he's pulling his arm. As he's pulling his arm, I throw this leg up. Now I put this on his hip, that stops his motion, I close this door here. He's still pulling his arm. While he's pulling his arm, I'm kicking him in the back of the head. As he's doing that, I'm kicking him right in his nose with my quadricep. Boom! Lifting. See what I'm doing?
So I say, is this considered a basic move?
Basic of the basics, but with a dynamic twist that looks to the counter and counters his counter. Holy crap. He counters the counter with something they never expected, never seen, and can't defend because he is strong in this crazy position. Now, Joey brought something up I want to show you. Don't underestimate I've got this here, I got this here, I'm pulling this thing here, I'm pulling it here, this goes here. When I get this up here, guys, I'm gonna slide my leg across, but as soon as I do, you have a muscle right near your groin called your abductor. You take that adductor and you smash like this. Now, of course, we're not crossing, but it's like this. This is horrible on the guy. You guys see what I'm saying? If you throw this armbar up like this and you're here like this, he's pulling that out, he's getting it. Remember, all he has to do is get his elbow past my crotch, quarter inch. No more armbar, okay? So let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. As I said, the whole idea with this position, guys, is to actively attack while he's defending, which is something we're not used to doing. And this is why these details matter. And more important than this position than anything else is how you drill it. Remember what I said. You ask the guy, is your partner, whether he's a righty or a lefty. Now, 98% of the guys are going to be righty, and you're going to grab his left hand, and all of a sudden you're going to say to yourself, wow, that's weird. That feels different because you're so used to here, especially if you're a blue belt or above. You know, you got your arm bars, you got your swinging arm bars, you got your one-shot arm bars, you got arm bars everywhere. This is completely different. I am going to attack his weak side. I want him to be tired. This is going to take me in the match 30, 40 seconds, sometimes a minute. I'm grabbing this thing here. He's pulling his arm back. I'm here like this. While he's pulling it, I'm getting this thing in. I'm pulling here. I am pinching, putting my abductor muscles over the top of his bicep, not down by his elbow, up, and then I bend it. Then I lift my hips like that. And I literally bend it. And half the time, I'm bending his elbow against my junk or my nuts, and I don't care, because all I want to do is win. That's all I care about, is winning this match. Grabbing. I grab with my thumb. You guys know that I do my kimuras without the thumb. This, I want to grab with the thumb. I want to grab this thing here, 2 hands until I get down here. I'm going to yank it. He's pulling it back. This is how we're going to be. This is how it's going to be. Boom, I close that door. I kick him in the back of the head. I take my axe, slice it right against his face. Boom, pop him in the nose. Throw that over. Pinch, knock his head. I even can ratchet this thing up. I can grab like this or like this and lift the hips. Finish your arm. If you're not tired after you did it wrong. Or your partner's not giving you a good look. So last thing, just do it a few more times. Pressure, both guy in the bottom, keep the pressure. Guy in the top, pressure. I don't care how dirty, I don't care how ugly it gets. I don't care if your technique sucks. Finish the armbar, okay? 1, 2, 3.